Hi guys, just a couple of pointers on trying to make this electric shark solar powered. It does work off this solar panel, but it has a bit of trouble getting going. If I just connect the solar panel directly across the motor, nothing's happening. Sometimes it'll go, and sometimes it won't. It needs a bit of help. Obviously it helps if the sun's strong enough to keep it going. But I've had a few suggestions from people in the past about putting a capacitor across the positive and negative. So I've got an electrolytic capacitor there. That one's actually 6.3 volts, 4,700 microfarads. And if we leave that to charge up, when we switch the shark on, it gets an extra kick from the power that's stored in the capacitor. As you can see, that's actually not got enough power to keep it running, so we'll give it a few seconds to charge up. We're indoors and the sunlight's coming through the window, so it's not as strong as it could be. But the amount of charge in that capacitor is enough to give it that kick to get the motor spinning. I've also got a diode there that I probably don't need. The sun's gone in now. Always the way when you're trying to demonstrate a solar powered toy in the United Kingdom here. A bit more sun again, but not quite enough. I don't think it's anything to do with that diode. The idea of that diode is to stop the power from the capacitor draining away through the motor, but because we've got an on-off switch there, we shouldn't need it. But the sun's just not quite strong enough now. It's late afternoon. I say we're indoors, so it's coming through the windows, which I believe have actually got tinting to them to cut down the solar radiation indoors. And as you can see, the sun's coming and going, because there's obviously clouds up there. In fact, there's some big black clouds up there. We'll lose the sun entirely in a minute. But that certainly makes a difference, putting a capacitor across the positive and negative. The capacitor can charge up from whatever sunlight is available, and then when you switch it on, if there's enough sunlight to keep it going, then it keeps going. Even if there isn't enough sunlight, like there isn't at the moment, you get a bit of a kick anyway, just off the capacitor. So I just thought I'd include that as a bit of extra information if you're trying to make a solar powered toy. That adding the capacitor just gives you that extra kick to turn the motor over to get it going. I don't know whether to wait and see if we get enough sunlight in a minute to keep it going again. Or I could just turn the camera so you can see the clouds. Let's move the camera. See those clouds? And the sun's just skirting around them at the moment. So I don't think we're going to do much more on the solar power today.